Alrighty, so here we have Grapple Dog being played on Xbox One, courtesy of the publisher Super Games. So this is a very run-of-the-mill platformer with a unique mechanic, and that is you play as Pablo, who has a grappling hook that helps him traverse each stage. So you collect these little berries or pineapples in each stage, and you can collect up to five gems per stage that help to unlock a bonus stage. And they also help you progress through each world because you need a certain amount of gems in order to unlock the next stage. So the game does a great job of kind of encouraging you to explore with the fact that you do have to unlock these gems or get these gems in order to progress. And it's kind of fun to try to figure out where all the hidden places are in each stage. And the more berries you get, you have the opportunity to get an additional 2 gems per stage, which again will help you to unlock future stages. Now, the one thing, besides the graphics are amazing. So the graphics are just amazing to look at and to just to experience. The game definitely has a Kirby or Sonic type feel to it, with a little splash of Bionic Commando with the grappling hook. Definitely a very retro-inspired game and a very good game. My only issue with it really is the fact that the music in each stage gets very repetitive very quickly, because it's pretty much the same music for each stage. Why do that? I just wish there was more of a variety of music with each stage, because it makes the game feel stale. It just kind of makes it. I'm not gonna say boring, because the game definitely is not boring, but with as large of a levels as you play in, with as long as each level is, having the same music for each stage, it just makes the game feel more or less, I guess, like I guess I'll just come out and say it, more like a chore than really much fun as the game progresses, because you understand that, oh yeah, you get to play through the first couple stages, and it's like, oh, okay, well, it's the same music, different stage, different layout, different mechanics, but it just feels like very repetitive, just very, very stale. And that's one of the reasons why I kind of lost interest in playing this game. It's just traversing the stages, listening to the same music over and over and over again. It just lost its appeal. It lost its luster, so to speak. It's not to say this game's a bad game at all, because it's a very good game. I very much enjoy this game, as long as I'm not playing with the sound on. But the stages in the later worlds just get to feel a little too long, a little too large, if you will. Especially given how much you have to gather in order to progress. But don't get me wrong, this game, despite the music, despite how sometimes tedious this game can feel, and just overall too large for its own good, this game does have a lot of charm. And if you are a fan of Kirby games, if you're a fan of Sonic, um, and want a game that's very unique, very bright, very colorful, very um, beginner friendly, if you will. This game's definitely worth looking at, I think, because it is a decent game. And each level has a time trial mode that you can run through if you beat the level once. And then, of course, depending on if you get gold on the levels and the time trials, you can unlock potentially achievements or trophies, depending on what platform you're playing this on. Now, I'm going to go ahead and exit the stage here. And sure, so that's the first stage. And then here's the second stage. Here's these bonus rounds you can get to. And you can unlock more gems, ultimately getting to the first boss here. Now I'm going to hit X. This is kind of cool. I want to feature this too. Hit X, you can get to under the boat. And you can kind of explore, talk to the characters here. But what's cool is you can come in here, and this little video game Inception, if you will, over here. You get to play Boomerang Bandit. Pretty interesting game. So this is a vertical shooter, and you gain points by hitting the enemies, whether it be the cowboys or the snakes, with the boomerang. Or you can fire your gun, which will help to eliminate the enemy, but it will not attribute any points. So kind of cool little game. Kind of fun. So I'll see how far I can get here. Kind of wish more games did this. It's kind of fun to kind of just break up the gameplay and feature a game that is outside the genre of game you're playing. It's kind of neat, kind of fun. Oh, I could have. Oh, I got an achievement. Cool. I was kind of wondering if you get an achievement for that. I wonder if you get more than one achievement for this. I wouldn't think you would, but so as the game progresses, the enemies just get harder to hit. Oh, then you lose life if the and it reaches the bottom of the screen. So pretty neat little game here. I'm gonna let the game end though. 36,000 points. Not bad. Okay, let's go back to the stage select or world select. We're gonna go to world 2. Help if I went the right way. Okay, I'm gonna hit Y. I'm gonna go straight to Sunny Shores. Now this set of stages here, this focuses on a lot of swimming aspects. So there's a lot of swimming in these stages. I do like the story behind it. I also like the writing. The writing's pretty funny, and I do like the attention to detail with going underwater, having the music sound a little bit muffled. It's kind of a nice touch. But yeah, lots of hidden areas to explore. Lots of little berries or pineapples, whatever we want to call them, to collect. And like I said, despite the fact that the music is very repetitive and the levels appear to be, or are, rather larger than I feel they should be, this is definitely a great platformer, and one I would still, despite my issues with it, highly recommend checking out, because it's a very decent game. Just understand that the game is very cookie cutter-ish in paying tribute to games that came before it, but it still is a very unique game in its own right. And the developer did a really great job with this. I only wish that the levels maybe weren't so long, and the music was a little bit changed up between stages. I think that definitely helped to go a long way to make this game a much more enjoyable experience. And thanks to Rare Games for the opportunity. This game is, like I said, very much worth checking out if you're a fan of platformers. This is a game I've been wanting to check out for quite some time, ever since it was announced for Switch. I missed out on the Switch code, but there was the chance to review on Switch. But I'm glad I was able to review it here on the Xbox One. This is actually the Series X. I don't know if it's on the Xbox One. I know that this is the Series X only version. It will not play on the Xbox One. So, I'm not sure if the game is smart delivery or not, but there you have it. Again, I want to thank the publisher for the opportunity. I want to thank the developer for giving us a very good game here with this platformer with a unique set of mechanics. And they'll do it. I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And as always, until next time, take care and happy gaming.